So we are all somehow on a spiritual journey. So how does one awaken their partner or even other family members to get on the same or on their spiritual journey to awakening?
I get asked this one a lot. I also see it a lot. I see friends that they want their partner to have this medicine journey or go do vipassana. You got to do it because they've experienced we'll call it a level of awakening without have to use that term, that it's very clear that the other person hasn't because of their behaviors. Their unconscious behaviors are still coming up. Their distortions are strong, and maybe that other person has shifted. And when they came into the relationship, they were vibrating at a very similar place. Otherwise, it can't happen. We're all going to match with who's frequency specific to us. Doesn't mean that you're a peaceful person and you won't match up with someone who's violent. There's still something in the frequency that's going to put you guys together because there's something that needs to be learned. So the answer to the question is, how do I wake up my partner? How do I wake up my mom? I have the answer. You can't. Ever. You'll never wake them up. Forget about it. Forget the ideas of bringing them, forcing them to come to an ayahuasca journey or read this book and listen to what you're saying and get it. It's nice to put it out there. Oh, I don't say don't do that. Do that for sure. Best thing you can do is be the example of what it is that you want so bad to change in them. But be the example of the healed version of whatever that is. And it's very possible, and it happens all the time, that people, once they experience this level of growth in a big hit and they've really shifted, that they are going to separate from those people. Doesn't even matter if they're family members. Doesn't matter that you're blood related. Doesn't matter that you are married. Now, a lot of people stay together for the kids, and that's beautiful. I think that's important. Compassion as well. Because, again, there's all these different shades of gray. There's thousands of them. And there's some people that are so freaking lit up spiritually that they can have complete compassion for their partner. And they just go and they look at what that person does and just, it's okay. That's okay that's what they do. I get it. And they understand they're that far and they can still vibrate with this. Others are like, yeah, you know what? That's a no for me. You hitting me or you screaming at me every time I come in the home or belittling me or whatever it is, that's a no. Eckhart Tolle talks about a firm no. And so that can happen too. And then what happens is we will separate and we will love from a distance, meaning I still love that person. The key is in unconditional love, full compassion. Doesn't mean you need to stay with them, but you might. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to have that experience differently. And so everything's frequency specific. So if your frequency raises so much and they're staying on a low vibration, you are not going to stay together. Period. Something is going to change. Either they are going to just by well, maybe they do listen to something you say and they go have this experience and they do start to shift and it changes your relationship. All of it's possible. So, but you can't waken them up. You can't. They have to be ready. And sometimes the fear of the loss or that loss of the family or the loss of that friendship or relationship will spurt them hitting the bottom. They will, in our book, I know that Dimitri says, call this your bottom. Whatever it is you're going through right now, however it is, how bad it is, just say, this is the bottom for me. And maybe that will happen for a lot of people, and then that person will turn around. And again, it's just all over the place, the possibilities. But what's most important for the person that maybe is on that path very consciously is to know that it's perfect the way that it is. And it's perfect for whatever they decide to do. Well, what if I make a mistake? You can't. There's no such thing. Well, what do you mean there's no such thing as a mistake, Mike? There's no such thing as a mistake. If you leave, it was perfect that you left. If you leave and come back, that was perfect too. if you don't leave and you stay, and you're experiencing some misery around that, that's also going to be perfect in some way. It's all working for you constantly.